Hey, this is Beverly Bozeman. I am the creator of the About Her Ministry YouTube channel. And today we have the very awesome Kisha Smith of KKS Financials. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for having me, Beverly.
You are more than welcome. It is a pleasure to have you on today. So let's get started with the show. And I just wanted to ask a very basic but important question. Tell the people who have never met you a little bit about who Kisha is.
Yes, Keisha Smith, she's bomb. She is the owner and founder of KKS Audit Inc. Financial Services, where we do everything services. Whether you want to create a business, you want coaching on a business, you need a notary, business and personal filing of your taxes, business credit, everything finances, you come to KKS for all of that good stuff.
Got it. I love it. I love it. So, my next question is, by you having created a financial services company, did you have a love for the numbers when you were a kid? Like, were you always the treasurer of the little groups that you put together, 4-H treasurer and all of that?
Absolutely not. So that my journey was a little bit different. I grew up and I wanted to be a computer engineer. That's really what I wanted to do. I remember asking my father for a computer at the time, and of course, this is the 80s, so the computers was a little different. So that's what I wanted to do. So I did get a degree in computer information systems. So I did do that, and then I obtained a financial business management degree as well. So I was not the financial person. The finances come through my own struggles with finances. And it was one of those things, like I thought it was going to be the worst thing of my life. And it turned out to be one of the best things of my life. So it's like when I'm talking about different experiences in finances, like I tell my clients, like 98% of these stories, they're my stories about myself and what happened to me, financially. So if I can help someone else to not go down the road that I had to go down, I'm all for it. I'm down to helping someone else to build up their self-confidence and build up their business or their personal finances.
Okay, awesome. How long have you been in business?
7.5 years. March 2022 would be 8 years. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. What was your occupation before you started your business?
Transportation and management. I have done that for 20 years for some of the biggest names in the industry as far as transportation and logistics. And that's taken on a whole nother life now. So just to be doing my business full time is nothing but a blessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you say transportation, is
hmm
that the local drivers or long distance drivers or moving what area?
all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, all over the United States, outside of the United States. So yeah, and I've done it for a lot of companies: Duke Energy, Charter Communications, Spectrum. So yeah, I was the manager of those corporations.
Okay.
So yeah,
Were you able to transfer any of your skills from that industry to the financial services industry?
absolutely. That and a lot of customers as well. Because I
Oh,
was doing that because KKS was founded on the audit piece first.
mhm.
So I was doing a lot of auditing, and it's just like, wait a minute, I can make this into my own business. And that's exactly what I did. And so it really helped me. It really helped me, to be a better person because you're dealing with, a better person in leadership and management, because that's a big part of owning your own business. You have to learn how to treat people. You have
Yeah.
to learn how to talk to people. And sometimes people miss that aspect in business. So it definitely helped with the foundation of growing my business.
Okay. Now, when you said that you kind of took some customers with you, did
Mhm.
it cause a lot of complications with your former employer that you ended up taking some clients with you?
Absolutely not, because I didn't take them. They knew, it was never a conflict of interest because of the simple fact that we're doing something totally different. I'm not doing transportation. We're
Mhm.
doing management of their business. And
Okay.
then a lot of the business coaching that I provide, people want that to grow their business. Sometimes we say we want to grow our business and then
Mhm.
we get stuck in our mind. Oh, I can't do this. Or, everybody wants to go to the next level, but it takes a responsibility to get to the next level. And then sometimes people think, I'm gonna use this word, but I don't like this word. People think they're stuck. And I'm like, you're not stuck. You're just shifting.
Yeah.
You just don't want to shift. It's like,
Mhm.
no, oh, I'm stuck. It's like, nah, because you're so used to going left. And now life is saying, let's go right this time,
Mhm.
you know? And
Yeah.
then it's like, because we fear the unknown.
Mhm.
And I coach on being uncomfortable. So when I'm in my seminars, it's like, hey, everybody, you good? And it's like, I don't want you to be comfortable. And they're like, you don't want us to be comfortable? Absolutely not. You get nothing done when you're comfortable.
That's true. That's true.
Nothing done.
That's
Think
true.
about it. You get comfortable and you're binge watching 12 hours worth of Netflix.
Yeah.
And what have you done? Nothing.
Nothing.
But when you're uncomfortable, you twist, you turn, you can't get right. So let's normalize being uncomfortable.
Love it. I love it. Would you say that helping your clients to become uncomfortable is tougher than actually helping them with the financial piece?
Yes. Because
Mm-hmm.
so many people are like, Keisha, I'm coming to you for finances and you're talking to me about my thoughts. And it's like, yeah, give me 15 minutes and you're going to see how this is going to play hand in hand with each other.
Awesome.
Think about it. If you thinking that you can never make over $100,000 in your business, you're probably not going to make over $100,000 in your business because you figure like, I will want to, but that's something that's not attainable. And it's like, yes, it is, but you have to believe in yourself. We're
Yeah.
unlearning learned behavior. That's one of my phrases. We're unlearning learned behavior. So therefore, we creating a different habit now
Mm-hmm.
of new things that we're learning because we get so routine. And now we're in a season of new. Do something new. If
Mm-hmm.
you're used to going to McDonald's and getting a number three, try a number four this time. If
Right.
you're used to going to this gas station, go to another gas station. Just do something totally new and get out of that routine. That's how you can easily feel like, oh, I'm stuck. I do the same thing over and over. Do something different. And guess what, though? You have the authority to do something different. You do. We had the authority to say, listen, today I'm gonna have a great day.
Yeah.
We have that authority. We just allow our freedom to be taken away so easily. Oh, Beverly, today I had a flat tire. Does that mean I'm going to have a bad rest of the day because I got it's a circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. Nothing's gone wrong. What's gone wrong?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's some of the things I teach on and
I
coach on.
love it. I love it. Now, there is a saying that goes, it takes 21 days to make a habit. Since you are teaching people, especially those who have a certain routine in life or just their mindset is stuck in a certain area, would you say it does take your typical clients 21 days to form a new way of thinking, or does it take longer?
Sometimes it just kind of depends on their upbringing and
Mm-hmm.
where they are in their lives. That sometimes it takes under 21 days, sometimes it takes more than 21 days. But even to the ones that takes more than 21 days, I know that they want it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, listen, I don't care if I didn't get it right the 21st day, the 31st day, like I'm going to keep trying. And that's what it is. That's what it's all about. And then we have to give ourselves some grace. Every time when we make a mistake, I feel like we killing ourselves in our mind. Oh, you remember you
Mm-hmm.
did this, and you did. And it's like, let's let that go. Give yourself some grace because this is the thing. We're gonna make mistakes.
That's right.
So if you're gonna try to condemn yourself every single time you make a mistake, and it's like, how can you grow? And it's like, listen, I made a mistake. I've learned from it. Now let's move forward.
Exactly.
We got to think differently. The
Mhm.
way we approach things, it has to be differently. And I don't know why we think as adults that like, oh, life shouldn't be this hard. Like things are gonna happen. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to learn how to manage those. We take those same management skills and apply them to our finances, and not just to our finances, to every area in our lives,
Mm-hmm.
every area. But yeah.
Is it harder to choose one area, or is it just, is it easier to just try to a little here, a little there, or is it better to focus on one area?
Focus on one area. Just focus on one area at first. And the area that we talk about first, when you sign up for the coaching, we talk about for the first 3 sessions, 4 sessions, we're going to talk about your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we get to third, fourth session, you're going to see like, wow, okay, now this is how I can apply this to my finances. And then around the fifth session, that's when we start to talk about your finances. Because if you start talking about your finances in the first session, what's going to happen is people don't want to stare at their finances. If I say, okay, write a list down of your expenses, and I've actually had this happen, because you remember 98% of the things I talk about is about things that I've went through, that I've gone through. And what's going to happen is you're going to break down. Oh my God. Ugh. You're not going to want to face them because your mind isn't right to face them versus, okay, I'm in a better place. Yeah. So this is what we have here, because that's how we can attack it. Okay. So this is how we can come up with strategic plans when I can look at, this is what I have. This is what is holding me back from my new car. This is what is holding me back from paying off my home or to purchase a new home or whatever your goal is.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you have the confidence. Okay, now my mind is in a totally different place. I can do this now. This is not a threat anymore. I got this.
Right.
Because if we do that in the first session, we're going to be dealing with other issues. So we're never going to talk about the finances.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest barriers to getting through those. So what made you decide to start your business? I know you said that it was birthed out of your own experiences, but you were on your job doing whatever you were doing. Every day was every day. But what was the thing about your job or your life or watching somebody else's struggle that made you decide to turn your experience into a business?
Okay, so at the time, I'm on my job, and I had some clients that was part of the job, and they're just like, hey, can you help me with this? And it was like, yeah, of course. I love to help people. So I'm doing this. And one of the clients was like, wow, you should really do this because you can make a career out of this because this is great. Look how you just sat down with me and you made it work. And I'm just like, wow, that's okay. And then like a couple of days later, I had somebody else to tell me the exact same thing. So I was like, okay, I see the demand here. So why not? And then when I started to, I went ahead and created the business. And as I was going through it, I was personally going through my own financial crisis. You know what I mean? So it's like, how can I have this business and I'm going through all these struggles myself? So once I start to do the work for myself, because when I'm doing the coaching, I'm doing it for myself too. I do my own coaching for myself to say, listen, these thoughts that you're having, you can attain these things that you want to obtain, whether it's for me personally or for my business.
That's right.
So I just implemented my own experiences to help other people, whether it's in business or personal. And then my motto is your personal business is your business. So whether you have an incorporation or LLC, your personal business is your business. And it's like, no, you're a business. So yeah, it was a little bit of both. And my personal experiences, like I said before in the beginning, it has helped me so much to help somebody else and to help myself. It's been nothing but amazing because I never thought that I would use my personal experience to help elevate someone else.
Awesome. Awesome. What do you say is the most rewarding part of helping your clients?
This just happened last night. When my clients can tell me, and I know their journey, when the things and the goals that they have set out, that they're reaching them. And it's not even so much about reaching them, it's about the progress. So we do something as, we're celebrating our progress every single day, even when those days when you don't feel as motivated, when you can think of like, but I was able to do this and I was able to do this. And there's no small progress. Oh, well, I went and took the trash can out today. That's small. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because sometimes we get so stuck in our heads that it's hard to be able to do anything within a day. So if you took the initiative to take your trash from the backyard to the front yard to do something, that is huge. Those are the things that kind of just go over our heads and like, no, we have to stop doing those kinds of things. Yeah. We got another thing, and I say is talk nice to yourself. Hey, Kisha, you got this. Hey, Beverly, you got this. You can do this. Versus like, how are you going to do that? You don't have a degree. How are you going to do that? You don't know how to do that. Don't stop saying those things to yourself. So I actually had a client last night. She has been wanting to buy her house. She was, wanting to, obtain some savings. And she shared with me last night that she was able to save a substantial amount of money. And I was so happy for her when all these wins are being shared. That makes me feel it makes me feel good. It makes me feel motivated because if that person can help somebody else and help somebody else, because to me, that's what it's about.
Mhm.
That's what it's about. So when people are sharing their wins, their progress, like because it's like, okay, if you can save this amount, you can save this amount. So if the goal was to save $2,000 and you achieve that, and it's like, you know what? I can save 5,000. I can save 10,000. So that goal starts to become a reality. I can buy this house.
Yeah.
I can buy this car.
Mhm.
I can buy this laptop. I can do these things. Versus before, it's just like, no, I don't think, we start to wonder about, well, how? That's not for us to worry about.
Yeah.
That's a higher power. That's not for us to worry about.
Yeah.
We have a harder time. Like we're supposed to trust and believe. That's the lane that we're supposed to be on.
Mhm.
Not, well, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do this? No, just do it.
Mhm.
The how is going to come.
Right.
The how is going to be the result.
Mhm.
So yeah, when people share, I get giddy inside. Like, yeah, I know you can do that. I know you can do that. But you
Yeah.
got to trust the process too.
Mhm. Yeah. I agree. The having the point of reference is also a motivation for the next time because we always run into issues and life is the ebbs and the flows and oh my gosh, I don't think I can do it. But if you remind them you did X, Y, and Z, and you didn't really think you could do that either. So now you have a valid point of reference versus a roll of the dice. Let me see if I can do it. So
Yes.
that's awesome. I think that's awesome to teach. We're just so conditioned to just be like, oh, I don't know. We're looking at other people and their progress. Well, she did it because she's been married for 25 years or she has 2 degrees. And I think it's also like a crime against ourselves to compare our journey to other people because in real life, we don't know how people live. We
That's
really
right.
don't. We really
That's
we
right.
don't.
And
So,
all of us have an experience. You know what I
oh,
mean? Some people they don't want to share like, oh, I obtained this. It's not like, oh, they got up this morning and they bought a house. Regardless of what it looked like to our natural eye, that didn't happen. There was a journey to get there.
that is true.
And then it's like we cannot compare journeys. Your journey is different than my journey. And even if it's the same journey, I felt different than how you felt. And it's okay.
That's
It's
right.
okay. So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times we also have we don't have good support systems. And it could be a case of where the people who we would want to support us, they don't understand or they don't really see themselves going in that direction. So they can't really identify to support. And sometimes it can be mistaken as hate, but they just
Yes.
don't understand. And I think that has a lot to do with our culture,
Yes.
our upbringing, and even the people in our circles. They don't support us because they don't know how.
That's right.
So I think that's an awesome thing when you give people a point of reference for themselves. So when you started your business, did you have any resistance from anyone or even yourself?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it was like, how am I going to do this? Because when you're a manager at a corporation, um, at this level of these clients that you have, very demanding. So it was, I mean, like really, like in the beginning, it was really in the trenches. Like, I was the person for everything, overseeing different departments, different groups. So you have all these people and personalities to deal with. And it's like, so now I have, a whole company. And I mean, like with clients that are looking for me to produce. And of course, when it started out, it was just me. It
Yeah.
was just me. So it was just like, how in the world are you going to do that? And it was like, for the past 5 years, I don't think I slept. I don't think I slept.
Oh no.
um, but it was one of the things that I look back on now. It was just like the will of doing it. And at that time, I was in what I call a grind mode. And
Mhm.
I don't use those words anymore, grind and hustle to do what? I'm 41 years young. I'm not trying to grind and hustle to do anything. because in those trenches, I felt like I was doing a whole lot of nothing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I felt like I was doing a whole bunch of nothing. So now it's like, no, I'm not grinding to do anything. What I'm doing is creating these new thoughts and how can money work for me? Because I've been working for money for a long, long time. Now is more of being and doing and showing up. That's it. I'm not like, oh, I got to go do this. Oh, I got to go do this. Because it's like, listen, my clients are for me, period, point blank. That's it. So if you choose to go somewhere else, I wish you the best. That's just not going to be my client. Some people choose to go to McDonald's. Some people choose to go to Wendy's, but I don't see either company struggling.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was a lot in the beginning, but it was my will of this is what I want. This is what my passion is. And it was helping me grow because the more I was transparent to my clients, the more I was healing in within. And I know that's deep to say because it's like, hey, I was telling everybody in the world I filed bankruptcy twice in my 20s. That was something at the time I was saying, listen, I'm telling nobody. I'm not telling this to anybody. Now, anybody with ears, I'm telling them that. So then when you come into me and you having financial situations going on, it's like, yeah, oh, girl, bankruptcy. I done did that once, twice. Still, I did. Apparently, I didn't get it the first time, so I did it again. So, so it takes the weight off of people being insecure about having to share those things to say, listen, I made some financial, not so good decisions. And it's like, it's okay. But guess what? You're here now. That's what matters is the now. You are aware to say, listen, I made some mistakes, but how do I correct them? How do I get better? So yeah, it was that in the beginning, but it was part of my journey. It was part of the growth and it all makes sense now. And I'm so glad I stuck with it because a lot of times it was just like, hey, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe, and it was just like, that's foolish talk. That was not me having full belief and faith and trust. Like, no, this is your gift. This is your passion. Now go forward. Go forward with it. You cannot doubt the process.
That's right. Do you have clients who are strictly coaching, no financial, no auditing?
Yes and no, because the financial piece, it plays into it. Whether they signed up, they initially signed up for the coaching. So then, of course, naturally, we start talking about other areas. So once you feel confident in the coaching, it's just like, oh yeah, let's talk about this finance. Let's talk about this finance because it's part of the goals. Oh, I wanted to be able to do this. I want to be able to vacation well. I want to be able to budget, plan, and save. I want to be able to do this. And the number one thing that people ask me is, how can I get better in my finances? Very first thing is distinguish your needs from your wants.
They got to understand that part.
They got to understand that part. They got to understand that part. And then that's when it's like, okay, let's go back. Let's talk about what you think about.
That's right.
You see how it's just like, we can't talk about investments. Yeah, we do investments, but that's so advanced because if you don't have the basics of your needs versus your wants and what you think about, we can't talk about investments. If you can't manage $100, how are you going to manage 100,000?
That's right.
How?
Exactly. That makes sense. So how have you grown since having your business? I know you have met a lot of people down through these years and they've made you reflect on yourself and your life and where you want to be X amount of years. So how would you say you've grown?
I have grown so much. Oh, wow. I am more humble now. And when I say that I am humble now, it's just that people start to tell you about their life, their experience. And when people start to share that, it's like, wow, that's the humbling part. I have grown so much to listen. Because I used to be that person like, girl, let me tell you exactly what's on my mind. And it's just like, no, be quiet and listen. Sometimes people just want to be heard. They don't want your opinion. They don't know, because that's their experience. How can I say, your experience is right, wrong, or indifferent? They just want you to listen. So my listening skills are so much better. And it helps me to mature every single second of the day. Like, this is a blessing that I'm able to live out my passion in this way. So when I see others growing and developing, like that helps me. Every time that I'm able to release what I have learned to somebody else, I'm freeing myself from my negative thoughts, from my doubting thoughts. So it's like, hey, if I'm coaching to you, I'm really coaching to me, because it's something about when you say things out loud,
Yep.
it doesn't torment you inside anymore.
That's right.
And it's like, no, I address that. Just different activities that we do. And it's just like, I address that. I said that out loud. So now the enemy can't say, well, you know what you did here? You know what you did there? And it's like, no, I addressed that already.
That's right.
So you can't hold you can't hold that hostage to me anymore.
That's right.
I'm not in the past anymore.
That's right. That's right. Awesome. I love it. I think that every time you watch your customer base or your client base grow, it's a testament to your growth. Because in real life, who would really trust somebody with the intimate part of their life, which is their finances and their thoughts? We think it's something like their status in life or the people that they know, their connections, but people's money and their thoughts are two of the most private and crucial and important things in their lives. And when your customer base grows or people stay with you longer, that's a testament to your growth. So, I mean, you can't really tell people's business, but you can tell yourself, well, I helped so-and-so through X, Y, and Z. She's been with me for X, Y, Z amount of time. That's your point of reference. You're ministering to yourself, because there are going to come those days when you're going to be doubting just for a second, because that's all it takes is that doubt and that little hole in the doorway for it to get bigger and for more doubts to come. So you have your points of reference right there. That's awesome. I love it.
Beverly, let me tell you something. Just through Facebook alone, you would not believe how many people have just reached out to me. I don't know them from a can of paint, to say, listen, Kisha, here is a copy of my social security number. This is my routing and account number from my bank. I need you to help me with my finances. What else do you need for me to do? Do you know how humbling that is? To know that? And I'm like, wait a minute, do not send people this kind of information, even though I'm not going to do anything to compromise anybody's information. It's just that apparently somebody has told you something amazing about KKS, and you felt the need to say, listen, I'm surrendering myself to you. Help me with whatever it is that you want me to help you with. That means the absolute world to me. And it has happened more than once. It wasn't just this one time. It was like, hey, do not send me this kind of information. This is sensitive information.
Right.
Like that doesn't happen. Who would just say, yeah, let me go ahead and just send you all this important information about myself without having a conversation, without knowing? That is a pure blessing. I actually had someone, after the Business Insider article came out, I was in my office, and this was this purple letter that was handwritten to me. I didn't know the person, but I was like, hey, it was addressed to KKS, so I'm going to open it. And I opened it, Beverly. It was a 4-page letter, handwritten, not just handwritten, but it was in cursive. Nobody almost don't know how to write in cursive anymore. It was written in cursive, 4-page letter about how that Business Insight article touched their lives. Wow. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make it up. This is what it's all about. It's not about numbers. It's like touching people's heart and soul. And just like you said, their finances. Everybody has finances. You may or may not have a business, and that's okay. But your business is your finances.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what it's about.
That's awesome.
So I am beyond blessed, beyond thankful for each and every client, whether we have helped you or not. Like anybody that I have even touched with anything, any of my experiences. This is why when I get into circumstances, because they're not problems, they're just circumstances that we just manage. That's all it is. It's like, listen, this is not even for me. It's for me to share with someone else. So I got to conquer it. I have to.
That's right.
I'm dependent on me, and there's too many people that's dependent on me for me not to. And I want to say that to anybody that's listening or listening in, is to say, listen, you're attached to so much greatness. Like you have to, not just these people, it's just like these generationals that you're going to reach by making these decisions, to make the decision to do better, to want better, and actually believe that it can happen to you. Yes, it can happen to you. That's what it's about.
And all because you wanted to get your finances together.
Yeah, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, listen, I know how it is to have money and to not have money. And I didn't like that feeling of not having any money. I have 2 adult kids that's in college for the second time. Trust me, I need to be learning about finances, you know? So yeah, so it was just like, and I was just like, I just got focused. I got really disciplined. I got really balanced. Like, we're gonna do this thing. And I started to see results, you know, and it happened really fast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, now I got this platform. How am I going to use it to help somebody else?
Awesome.
And implemented the plan and then just be on repeat.
One word that you have used that really, I think people, I don't want to say use it too much, but I think they use it loosely, is discipline. And for you to use it as you explain the results, that is, it's on point. So how would you say that you use discipline to your benefit? Because a lot, it's like a 4-letter word. Nobody really wants to partake of discipline, really. Let's be real. I know I don't. So, but you had to have some level of beast mode discipline to be where you are. So share with us how you did that.
First of all, when I said budget and discipline in the same word at my seminar, my audience looked at me like I cursed them out. They're like, oh, Kisha, oh, how did you say those words?
Exactly.
Knowing your why. That's what helps me to be disciplined. When you get sick and tired of just brick wall, just me trying to go through a wall, and it's just like, no, use the door. You don't have to try to go through a wall. Use the door, and it's common sense. Again, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, whatever that thing or things are, it's like, no, we have to do something differently. We have to do it. There is no other option. Go. Yes, those are the options. Doubt, we don't have time for that.
That's right.
We don't have time for that. Let's go to a place that's unknown. Let's be uncomfortable. I have done so many things being uncomfortable. And then when you really look at it, it's just like, I am more productive when I am uncomfortable. And I like that feeling, even though it's still but once I get over that, it's like, I like it here. Yeah. This is where I need to be. My juices start to flow and I'm more creative. So when I get disciplined, I remember my whys. My why is, I don't want to have to worry about money. Yeah. That's the why. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got, I have a family to take care of. You know what I'm saying? That is very expensive. My family's very expensive, but it's okay. The why. I like to be able to take care of them, and not just take care of them, it's supplying them with the information to help themselves. So they're not dependent on me.
That's right.
They come to me for like, hey, when I say they're coming to me for help, let me feed you. Hey, this is how you can, giving them the tools.
Teaching so them how to fish.
Teaching them how to fish. Like here, taking these jewels and make it whatever you want to make it for you. Because my blueprint may not be your blueprint. You see what I'm saying? Your thing maybe is like, I'm going to take some things that Kisha did, and I'm going to take those things and I'm going to implement it that works for me. Then I'm going to take it and run with it. That's what it's about. When I remember the whys, it's like, today can't be a bad day. I remember the why. I remember the why. It's not to be, because I'm never flaunt. It's not about that. It's just like, I want to be able to be self-sufficient in doing the things and helping somebody else. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's it. I want to see somebody else win. I want to see a whole generational win. I want to break these generational curses. That's right. Yeah, you're only supposed to work a job for 40, 50 years to get it. No, and no. Think about what you think about. Oh, I can't do that. I don't have a degree. So what? So what?
Exactly.
You're going to have some belief in yourself. We got to normalize success, whatever success means to you.
That's right.
Normalize that. So when you remember your why, you start to do this. I could do this. I can do this. I
Mhm.
can do this. It doesn't matter how oh, I'm too old to do this. No, you're not.
Right.
I had a man that bought his first house and he's 71.
Awesome.
Can't make this stuff up. I can't make it up. Do you know how many times in his head probably he was saying, "You're 71. Why are you trying to buy a house?" It was his why. It was his why that kept him going. So we worked together and we were going on those thoughts, and he just kept going at it. He kept going at it. I'm going to buy this house and I'm going to live to see it.
That's right.
He is my success story. So I'm like, listen, if this 71-year-old man can
Mm.
get through his thoughts to buy this house, surely the things that I want to do are attainable.
Love it. Love it.
You know what
Get
I
through
mean?
your thoughts. I love that.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to write that
Yes.
down.
And it's like, what do you think about? What do you think about? What do you think about? How do you approach a circumstance? I do not call them problems. A circumstance comes. What do you think about? A circumstance happened. Oh, Lord have mercy. This, do you start to pull your hair? You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Your blood pressure starts to raise. Your heart starts to beating at these rates that it's not supposed to be beating. You're biting off all your fingernails. And it's like, okay, so you still you're causing more circumstances. And it's
Yep.
like, no, okay, circumstance come. I do this even with my adult kids. Listen, okay, all right, you didn't pass that test. Okay, nothing has gone wrong. That's the thing, nothing's gone wrong. You
Mhm.
get to retake it, right? Okay, so what do you need to do? Do you need to get more discipline? Do you need to study? Do you need to get a tutor? What is it that needs to be done?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, we got this tutoring session. Okay, well, go ahead, sign up for it and let's get it done. All right. What has gone wrong? Tell me what has gone wrong.
Nothing.
Nothing. We just want to oh, it's always something, Beverly, Jesus. You
Oh
see how
yeah.
you
Mhm.
just bringing out the negative stuff out of your mouth versus no, because you just manage it. That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. We normalize these things and don't even realize we're killing our dreams before it can even form. Girl, I'm broke before I even get paid. Yeah, I'm broke. Don't be saying I'm broke. I'm not broke. No, 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 no.
Mm-mm.
Get that out of here. I'm not broke, and neither are you, but you got to believe that.
That's right.
That's up to you if you want to believe that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As we close, let us know your 5-year plan. Where do you see KKS?
Oh, KKS is a conglomerate. We are everywhere around the world. We are a household name. We are giving back to the community. And I'm not talking about in money, I'm talking about in time. We are restoring lives. When I say that, we are changing mindsets. We are in the community. We are outreaching to the community and helping people that's thinking that they are stuck in their situations. We are in the trenches. We are in the grinds to help people financially. We have a youth group. We're getting them while they're young to be able to spend and save wisely. So by the time they're 25, they can retire. You don't have to wait till you're 70, 80 some years old to retire. We are changing mindsets. We are a force to be reckoned with. We are in the communities. We are owning more things. We are building up our confidence. You're going to know KKS Audit Inc. Financial Services. It's a whole movement. We are worldwide. We are
Yes.
in all continents. We are all the way around the world. There are no limitations. The sky is not the limit. There is no limitations whatsoever.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Y'all heard it. And we're going to check back in with you before 5 years, but hopefully you'll be over in China or
That's
Africa,
right.
New Zealand, somewhere
Yes.
over there. Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to check on you in one of those spots, maybe. All right. Thank you so much, Kisha, for stopping by today to share your wisdom, your experience, and your insight with the viewers. We really do appreciate it. Do you have any closing words for the people?
You are worthy. You are worthy. You can do this. Believe in yourself. There is no limits. Beverly, thank you so much for having me. I believe in you. I believe in your whole movement. Let's go be great every
Yes,
single day.
ma'am.
Let's go be great.
Love it. So how can the people find you to get more information on your services, just to connect with you, social media, your website, all of that.
Yes, please visit us. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram, KKS Audit Financial. We are on LinkedIn with the same hashtag. You can visit our website at kksfinancial.com, where you can see all of our services. You can book appointments directly with your own Kisha Smith. Go ahead and book those appointments. We are doing October. The first 15 minutes are free. So you definitely want to get your consultation in. We are getting booked already. So we are almost halfway into October and we're almost booked. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. I am looking forward to meeting and experiencing life with you all. Thank you, and thank you.
Awesome. Love it. All right, you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Be sure and release your genius, pull off the impossible every day. Remember, you will have whatever it is that you say. So be positive when you speak, Queen.
Thank you.